Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm taking a look at another Doctor Who action figure for a change. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but then again this is a rather old figure for most people, but it's a figure that I've recently a while back I picked up at Free Comic Book Day. I think it was Free Comic Book Day anyway. Yeah, I think it was. And this is, of course, the 11th Doctor from Time of the Doctor. Now, is it worth $14.99? Well, we'll find out. First of all, going through the detail of this figure, it's just superb. You know, from the bottom, from the feet to the head, you know, from head to toe, it is very good. Detail-wise, you know, the shoes, I adore these shoes. I don't know why. There's just something about them. You know, they're well painted. You know, very well detailed and painted nicely. I love the texture of this coat. You know, this sort of very sort of Victorian-y sort of coat. You know, it's kind of odd because it's like it's something you'd expect the 8th Doctor to wear, but for some odd reason, when I think of Paul McGann's face, I don't think purple would suit him. I don't know why, but whereas with Matt Smith's Doctor, purple seems to suit him quite well. And it is like a tweed, but a very more, as I say, like because of the purple, it just looks more Victorian-y and old school and more Tim Burton-esque as well, you know, the colour at least anyway. You've also got this chain here, which just adds to the authenticity of the sort of old retro-y look of it. You know, sort of Edwardian-y, Victorian-y type thing, and then you've also got the waistcoat and the iconic bow tie with white spots on it. You've got the hair sculpt is pretty decent. It's not perfect, but it's decent. The head and the likeness to Matt Smith is good as well, you know, adequate or more than adequate. Sonic, you know, just your average Sonic. You've got buttons there. Buttons on both sides, and just really nice creasing and detailing on the back, and again, you know, all the details around the back of the tweed jacket, and just generally looks very nice, you know, both from afar and close up, you know, looks nice. You know, so it is definitely a action figure to adore. You know, visually it looks nice, you know. You know, but again, is it worth $14.99? Well, the thing is, it is a re-release of a figure that came with a load of accessories, which is the main problem I have with this, the fact that obviously this re-release didn't come with all the accessories, which is one of the main reasons why we all wanted it. But then again, maybe much like myself, you just didn't get round to getting it. You maybe didn't have the money, you didn't know where it was getting sold, you didn't have the money, or you just missed out like I did because you forgot where it was, or you know, you just didn't have the money and stuff. But I think if you're a big fan of the 11th Doctor, then it's a no-brainer to get this, and for one reason or another, if you're a big Matt Smith fan and you haven't got this figure already, it's a must-have, obviously, but otherwise you might want to miss this one out, this re-release at least. Or if you're a big Matt Smith fan, just try and track the other one down with all of its accessories and stuff, because, you know, that is probably worth paying $14.99 for if you can find it for that price. As I think that one was retailed for that price, so, you know. Articulation-wise, it's pretty standard, you know. Head goes full 360, hands and arms do stuff as well. The major thing that's new here with this figure is the fact that the arms can go out to the side, which is a big deal because for Doctor Who action figures at least, because prior to this and some other ones from the new 5.5-inch collector series, prior to this one and some of those newer ones we've recently got, you know, in the classic series, new classic series ones, and as I say, 5.5-inch collector series, they've not been able to have their arms extend to the side, which, yeah. The knees, you know, the feet do articulation too, and full 360 and all that. Good jazz as well. You know, so it is posable. The articulation for a humanoid figure is adequate. You know, is where where it should be, basically, and there's one whole new point of articulation, and I think it was a new piece of articulation specifically for this figure, or either that or around and about that time when this and some other figures had been released, Doctor Who ones at least, they all started, integrating the new sort of, 30 degree, I think it is, 30 degree outwards arm, like so, and that, where in all of the older figures, they're all just one plastic mould, so you can't, move the arm to the side, basically, and that. For example, with that one specifically, you can't even move the shoulder, no, not shoulder, the elbow even, whereas here you can. So, what I'm trying to get at is between, obviously, say, those figures, or that figure specifically, and the old figures when they first sort of started, and this, there's definitely been quite a significant amount of improvement articulation-wise, even if it is rather subtle and not that big a difference / improvement in comparison to other action figure ranges, such as, I don't know, the Star Wars Black series, or the Marvel Select figures, which are just insane for articulation, or the Walking Dead ones as well. But yeah, I think where this figure shines is detail. Articulation is above average for a Doctor Who humanoid figure, I think. And overall, I think this would be an excellent action figure for anyone who's a Matt Smith fan or a Doctor Who fan. I think it's a good action figure. I just think the price is extortionate for what it is, considering it's a watered down version of the Time of the Doctor, original Time of the Doctor action figure. That's more than what's annoyed me, but excluding that, if you can exclude that and try and get past that, which is what I'm trying to do here and now, I think on its own, the figure is a 7 out of 10. Well worth the purchase, or well worth buying. Not so much for $14.99 on its own, not worth that. With the accessories and handles and the 12th Doctor head and all the other stuff you got, definitely worth it. But here, not worth the price. But if you can find it cheaper, or if you really want it, then yeah, you probably should get it. 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate and subscribe.